Hi, I'm Sarah and here with me today is Lee Griffiths. We're here to know more about the drag queen, and if you have any questions to ask my drag friend, here then tweet us at the drag project or let's start trending #knowingthedragqueen. So Lee, can you tell us more about you as an individual?
Well, I'm 24, I've just moved back from London to Malvern. I work at the family garage in the daytime, and by the night time I am a drag queen.
Drag queens are defined differently by different individuals. How would you define them?
I don't think you can define a particular drag queen because there are so many different types. I've worked in London for 3 years and there's not one similar. You have the female impersonators that take it to being an actual woman, and then you have people like me that are more extreme and is obviously a bloke dressed as a woman.
At what age did you decide to become a drag queen?
How old was I? In my late teens, early 20s is when I started, so around there.
And why did you start to do it?
It was an accident.
What do you
I
mean
had
accident?
a fancy dress party at work. They dared me to go as Madonna. I looked absolutely awful, but everyone loved it, so we carried on.
Can you tell us more about your drag name and what it means?
My drag name's Mae-Hem. It comes from a friend. Originally they were going to call me Dorothy Doolittle. I have no idea why. But then my friend said to me, by the way you are, it should be Mae-Hem because you're absolutely carnage. This was when I was still drinking, obviously.
Did you know anything about drag queens when you were younger?
Not a great deal about drag queens as such, but my stepmum did have the Lily Savage DVD and I often watched it to sleep when I went and stayed at my dad's.
And how did you learn about drag queens? Did media have an influence on your decision to become a drag queen?
I don't think the media has had such a big influence recently. Like at the time of Lily Savage and that, it was, but since Lily Savage you don't see anything in the media really. Like we have competitions like Drag Idol which are all over the country and nothing's heard of it by anyone off the scene. So.
When you initially began to drag, what did you think about it?
It was fun. It's a fun, easy way of making money.
And do you feel different when you're in drag?
Yeah, definitely. You become the character, you're a lot more confident, you're just different. You're a different person.
And what exactly makes you feel different? Is it the costume and makeup?
Costume, a little bit. Makeup, mine's awful, so it don't really matter. I look like I've had a fight in the paint aisle of B&Q. My wig, that's my one, because I have a big wig.
Oh. And are you extremely comfortable telling people that you're a drag queen?
Yeah, I don't care. It's my job at the end of the day. Bankers tell people they're bankers. That's all I'm saying.
Can you tell us about the various reactions that you've received from people when you tell them that you're a drag queen?
All my reactions have been good, but I have spent the last 5 years living on the London gay scene. I lived on Old Compton Street, and so I've been surrounded by it. Like in Malvern, yeah, surprisingly people like it. Like we don't have any gay bars, but I seem to have like at least a gig a week in Malvern, so.
That's good. And why do you think people react differently towards drag queens?
I think it's just not the norm. You're not used to seeing big, terrifying women. Wow. I'm only joking. No, it's just not the norm, is it? Like you've got some bloke walking towards you in 6-inch heels and a big wig and fake tits, and you're going to go, ah.
And what type of performances do you put up?
Bad ones. That was easy. No, I like to do what people want me to do. Like whenever I get employed, they'll say we want a cabaret, we want DJing, we want a hostess, but I let the people decide what they want me to do. If it's busy and everyone's having a good time with cheesy crap music, then we'll carry on with that. If they want cabaret, we'll give them cabaret. I like to do what the people want.
And does your costume and makeup channel your emotions and feelings?
It's tricky. I don't know really, because obviously I think as me, but then when I'm dressed I'm in character, and so May doesn't really have feelings. She just exaggerates my feelings.
And how do you manage to create a feminine body shape?
I like to do extreme because obviously I am built like a brick shit house, and so I'm not your petite little woman. So it's always bigger, silicone boobs, nice and big, fat pants to hold everything in, and short dresses.
How has your idea of becoming a drag queen influenced your relationships with your friends or your boyfriends?
I think drag, it does, because it's not the norm, it can like scare people away and stuff. My parents are completely fine with it, but I have found, and from asking a lot of drag queen friends, you can ask any of us, relationships are difficult, and it's purely because the times you work late, it's not like a day job, and a lot of people, especially like homosexuals, want to be with a man, and some just can't see the difference between being a female and being a man. So yeah, it does affect your relationship, but oh wow.
Can you tell us more about your performances?
They're your typical cabaret, so nice and cheesy, just to get everyone having a laugh. I like people to have fun because I like to have fun. I'm called Mae-Hem, it's always chaos, there's no structure whatsoever.
Sounds good. And there is so much stereotyping and assumptions in context to drag queens. What do you have to say about it?
I think people presume that drag queens are these foul-mouthed people, but are nasty. Like, a lot of people will go and they'll sit at the back and they're terrified they're going to be picked on. That is what some drag queens do. Personally, I think that's drag queens that do that aren't really talented, and that's all they've got going for them.
Yeah.
Like, I much prefer to get on with my audience, have a laugh with my audience and be nice to them, because at the end of the day they've come to support me. But yeah, so I think it's like anything, there are the bad drag queens that give you a bad name, but there are like anyone in any different group of people that give you a bad name, so it just depends.
Media has had a substantial impact on changing the minds of audiences. Do you think they have done justice to the portrayal of drag queens?
Like I said earlier, I don't think drag queens are in the media as much now, so they haven't really done any favours, but then they haven't done any bad either.
Hollywood movies like Rocky Horror Picture Show, Mrs. Doubtfire, White Chicks have all been representing drag queens in a positive manner. Why do you think that audiences still identify drag queens wrongly?
I think it's just because some people are afraid to step out of their comfort zone and it's out of the norm. So if they don't know what it is, they're not going to respond to it well, are they?
And on television, drag queens are represented in the form of family entertainment. To what extent do you agree with this?
I wouldn't personally take a child to any drag queen show I've seen. But I have been abroad to Gran Canaria where they have a good drag scene, and they do it, and you've just got to be aware of your audience all the time. If you've got children, you're not going to do the foul mouth stuff you would necessarily do.
Many people misunderstand drag queens for transgenders. How would you distinguish between the two of them?
A transgender to me is somebody that wants to live their life as a female, whereas a drag queen impersonates a female, and drag queens get paid.
We have people here tweeting us and asking questions. Jason Shaw says, how has your sexuality helped to define your identity now as Mae-Hem?
When it comes to sexuality and Mae-Hem, I don't think it has helped define Mae-Hem. Obviously, being gay, it's made it easy for me to be around gay people on the gay scene, like it's all as one. But Mae-Hem herself is a female. I'm impersonating a female, so then my sexuality has nothing to do with Mae, because obviously she chases men as well.
And Jack Mitchell, he wants to know if you refer to yourself as a he or a she when you're a drag queen.
She.
That's the end of it.
I'm paid to impersonate a female. I don't know many females that call themselves he.
It's nice
there
to
might
see
be some.
Maybe. It's nice to see people keeping up with our show. Keep tweeting, guys. Lee is here to answer all of your questions. We're going to take a break here, but when we're back, we'll be backstage with Mae-Hem. Tune in to watch Lee transform into Mae-Hem.
I work at the family garage. I go to work. As it is a family garage, I don't tend to do that much work, but when I do, I valet and look after a bus contract we have, and then I help my mum out in the office. Yeah. I've been there for about 7 months now. And so, but it's not long term, it's just I'm there to help them while they need me.
You get paid?
Yeah. I look after one of the contracts which we have. I'm not allowed to say which one though. And also my mum is company secretary there, so she does the office, but if she's off then I cover her. Typical day for Lee would be work about 9:30 till 11, nice and easy. And then the rest of the day is for me to do what I want to do. So 9 times out of 10 I'll go and see friends. But if I am doing something May related, then obviously I'll have to practice or shop or something for me. When you become a drag queen, you've got to know what you want to do. You've got your cabaret performers, you've got your hostesses, you've got your DJs. And so having a clear idea of what I wanted to do. Originally I thought I was just going to do cabaret, but then through one residency that completely changed. And I started hosting and DJing a lot more. I think it's important that you create a character that you're going to stick to. And so obviously I'm not a petite person, so there was no way I would be a female impersonator. I had to be an extreme drag queen, and with extreme came trailer trash, as it was a lot easier to pull off than anything else for me. I think any boy watching this would be able to relate when it's like going shopping for your mum or something. It is always a bit embarrassing buying like ladies stuff, but after doing it for so long I've gone past the point of caring. There are times when I want to buy something but I'm not sure it'll fit, so I lie and say I'm buying it as a gift or something, can I bring it back? But well, yeah, 3 years of buying dresses, it's kind of just grown old. Well, as a boy I like being a boy, that's why I do what I do, surround myself with the people I surround myself with. May is May, that's my job, and that's the way I see it, it's a job to me. I have no ambitions of becoming a female, full time anyway. I enjoy my job, but then as soon as my job's done I become Lee again. Drag doesn't necessarily change my personality because I'm confident, loud, funny as a boy, but I think drag magnifies everything. It makes everything a lot more exaggerated, a lot more bigger, so you're just like doing what you would do as a boy, but on like a scale 50 times bigger. When you're yourself, you're always going to be open to criticism, and like people are going to have an opinion on you, and I think everybody doesn't want a negative opinion about them. But when I'm May, I'm not me. So people can think what they like of me because it's nothing personal to me. So I think that's why when I am May, I am a lot more outgoing because I don't care. People can say what they want, but I wouldn't want people saying what they wanted to about me as a boy. I just got to look rocky and trashy as well at the same time, and shorter the better. All of my wigs so far have been handmade, just in the middle of getting a new one made. So, but yeah, my wigs do define May, they're usually big. Drag does cost a lot of money initially, like eyebrow wax alone was £30 for a pot of it. And so there are quite a few big things you spend on initially, like the foundation is £15. That lasts, but then when you think of all your costs to do it, you earn it back in 1 or 2 nights. So it's like any business, you've got to put some in, because at the end of the day, May is my business. I am single, but I might be seeing somebody, but it's early days, but they don't know about May. They don't know about May. It's better that way. May's one bit of advice would be yourself, have fun, and live your life. The next time you see me, my name is actually Do You Want a Drink?
Hey, we're back here with me, Sarah, and my friend Mae-Hem.
Hiya.
Doesn't she look gorgeous? Can you spin around for the camera?
There you go. Ooh. Sorry, I got tangled.
Could you tell us what you're wearing today?
Well, I've gone for the shiny tiger chic. Bit of bling. Me natural curls. And me slut shoes.
Mae-Hem took under 45 minutes to get ready. That's fantastic. You're quicker than I am.
Not hard. Yeah, but you're a work of art. I'm a car crash.
Could you describe a good night out with Mae-Hem?
No rules, no boundaries. Anything's game. Anyone's game.
Could you tell us what the downsides of being a drag?
There's not really any downsides to being a drag when you are in drag, because you're that character and that character doesn't have downsides. There are obviously downsides when you're a boy, but as a girl, no.
What is the strangest thing you've seen while performing?
Wow, not really anything strange. I suppose if you Sherry Houston. That's the strangest thing I've seen while performing, I'm not gonna lie.
When you're performing, what means more to you, the money or the enjoyment?
Definitely the enjoyment. I'm all about having a laugh and causing mayhem. So money's just a good bonus.
We have so many people tweeting the same question over and over again. How did you tell your parents?
Shall I show you? You be my mum.
Dear.
Well, no, I was a boy, so it'd be more like this. Mum, I'm a drag queen. Mum, that's nice. That's it. There you go, demonstration.
And were your parents supportive?
Yep. My mum brought me this.
What makes your performances unique?
I think the fact that people don't know what they're going to get makes it unique, because when you go to see a lot of drag queens, it's the same old, but the fact that I don't even know what I'm going to do, how can anyone predict?
Do you put up a one-man show, or have you worked together with other drag queens to put on a show?
Both. I like doing my own shows, but then it is always nice to have someone else with you because you have that comfort zone.
Can you speak a little about your personal opinion about sexualities in general?
I think every person is entitled to do as they please. Rules are just there to be broken, so don't do what everyone wants you to do. Don't do what makes you feel safe. Do what you want to do. That's what I say. Every hole's a goal. Just say it. Hashtag that.
Are there any media texts such as magazines or radio shows, particularly for drag queen entertainment?
On the London scene, you have QX and Boys magazine. They focus on the cabaret scene and the gay scene as a whole, so there's a lot of drag coverage. Some of the gay magazines, like Attitude, do a bit of drag coverage, but I think it is actually just the scene magazines. Here in the Midlands, you've got the Zone and stuff, and they do cover drag and stuff. So, but again, that's only out for people on the scene that see the magazines, so for everyone else, they don't really get to know anything.
And have you been in any magazines?
Yeah, loads. I've done Attitude, I've done QX London and Boys weekly while I was working in London, so that was once a week there'd be something written about me, or at least a picture of me climbing on some bar somewhere, as you do. But not so much in the Midlands. I'm in the Zone magazine in the adverts for my gigs in Birmingham, but that's about it now.
And what's the most enjoyable part of being a drag?
Making people laugh. Everyone enjoying themselves, to me, is the benefit of the job. I like to see everyone having fun because I'm having fun doing it.
And what do you have to say to people who want to become drag queens but are too scared to take that step?
Don't. Don't do it to yourself. No, I'm joking. I think if you want to be a drag queen, you've got to be confident. You've got to have the balls to hide. And yeah, just do it. Give it a go in your bedroom. See if you look good. If you look bad, then go extreme like this. If you're not a convincing woman, do this. If you're a convincing woman, do that.
Could you
Hashtag that.
Could you tell people why being a drag queen is a good profession?
You get to socialise. That's the best thing. You're not stuck in an office. If you are in an office, then unlucky. But you're not stuck in an office. You get to do what you want. You get to wear what you want. and you just get to have fun. And if you do drink, you can get drunk while you work, and you get paid fortune.
There's so much chaos in the studio, just like the name Mae-Hem suggests. This is the end of our weekly session. Thanks, bye.
Ciao. I think it's important that you create. And
Amazingly, that one. You have more bloopers than anything.
move your boom up. Keep that in. Just keep that in. And
Amazingly, that one. You have more bloopers than.